Hey guys, this is Garrett here with the Career Crate and Resume Box. You're probably here because you bought this resume on Etsy, but if you found your way here on YouTube, please feel free to follow the link below and get your copy of this template for $7.95. You'll probably be able to figure out how to make it yourself by watching this tutorial, but I'm telling you, $7.95 is well worth the time you're going to save by using the pre-made template. There's one, or let's see, is there one? Yeah, there's one thing that I want to talk about before we get started, and that is I'm using a new screen recording software, but it doesn't have the noise reduction capabilities of my last software. So because of that, I'm next to a road, and I'm recording later at night to try to minimize traffic. But inevitably, there's probably going to be a car that comes by, and I want to go ahead and apologize in advance, and hopefully it doesn't cause too many distractions. So with that introduction, let's get started. I'm going to show you how this thing's put together and how to make any changes you want. And if at the end of the video, after you have changed everything that you need to change, and you're to, about the best that you can do, if you still need help and you're not happy with what you have, just send me an email or a message on Etsy and I'll help you within 24 hours. We might not be to a final product within 24 hours, but we'll be well on our way. And if it becomes a huge issue that's taking a lot of time, I don't care at all to get on a Zoom meeting or a Teams call with you and, work it out together. Or you can send me your best version and tell me what you need fixed, and I'll do my best to fix it for you. So this is really composed of four different major components. One of them is text boxes. The other one is the picture. The third one is the words themselves, so the letters and the words, the body text, and the resume icons. So let's start with this picture. Okay, if we select the picture and we go to picture format, we can see that it's 2.09 by 2.03 inches. I have no clue how it ended up as why it's not a perfect circle, because I had to refigure out, after I made these, I had to refigure out how to crop them and everything for the tutorial, and couldn't figure it out the same way, and have no clue how I made them non-symmetrical, but the new way that I'm about to show you makes them symmetrical. Alright, so with that, first off, you're going to need to crop your picture. So if you have a full body picture and you only want to do head and shoulders or something along those lines, go ahead and crop it, because once you move it into Word, it's not going to be croppable, and it's just going to give you a smaller version of the full picture. So, and once you've done that, we'll go to Insert Pictures. Mine is on this device, and this is my picture. You'll see when I did that, it destroyed everything. So that's because it made itself part of the text document. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it in front of text, and that makes it where it floats over the entire document. So now that we've got it like that and it isn't messing anything up, let's crop it to aspect ratio 1:1, and then crop it to shape. Go down to flowchart and select circle. And now, what was the size on this? 2.09. Let's change this to 2.09 inches. Alright, now we can just delete this one, move this one here in its place. And I'm not going to do it, but you can go to color and change this to black and white or a sepia tone, and then once you've selected a tone, you can actually click it again, and further, it'll give you new options up here to adjust it by small increments to get something you like better. I'm not going to do that, but one thing I am going to show you is how to create a border for it. So you can create a border of any color, and while we're talking about colors, let's recreate gold. Because if we look at our colors, gold isn't in the palette. So we'll go to more colors. It'll be on custom. It's already going to have gold selected, so just hit OK. And now when you open a color palette, gold is going to be there easily accessible. So we're going to put a gold border on this. And then we're going to go and change the weight. So you can make it any weight you want. You can come up here and make something bigger if you'd like that. For me, I'm just going to make it 1 point, and we'll stick with that. And that's pretty much all there is to pictures. So let's talk about text boxes. Text boxes is basically everything. Everything is in a text box. This name is in a text box. This is the work experience sections. They're all in text boxes. The awards. And these are, I'll get to those in just a second. These are actually in groups of text boxes. So you have groups. When you select one, you'll see this is a group. And you can select the big rectangle and move it all. You can select the small rectangle, move this within it. You can select this line, move it there. Also, the line, you can go to shape format and you can change its color. So this is a grouped text box. So is this. Basically, every one of these sections is a group text box. And basically, you can just move them around however you want, and readjust each individual component to give you, you know, the best spacing that you want yourself. These are lines. You can select those, move them. Once again, you can change their color by going to shape outline. The titles themselves are not in text boxes. They are actually connected to the Word document. So if you move things around, you're going to have to use you're going to have to use the enter key to space those out and everything. So that's all there is to text boxes. Let's talk about these resume icons. So if you select these, the first thing you need to do is go to graphics format and look at the size, which is 0.28 inches. It doesn't have to be 0.28 inches. You can use 0.3, 0.35, 0.2, whatever it is that you want to use. Just remember that if it's too big, you're not going to be able to fit it in here easily. If it's too small, you're not going to be able to tell what it is. And why this is important is because I've included a resume icon pack with your resume. And if you want to use one of those instead of these, just right click them in the icon pack, copy, then paste them in here. They're going to come in at like 1 inch. So the first thing you need to do is change their size to where you want them. And once you've done that, you can come here to change the color. Graphics fill is going to fill these in as a solid color, so you don't want to use it. Go ahead and use graphics outline, and you can use it to change the color. That's all there is to the resume icons. So let's see, is there anything else here? The words themselves. Let's talk about these. So if we select these, we can see that I have them in Corbel Light and 11-point font. So you can change the font. You can change the font sizing. I don't think that I go above 12 just because it's going to look out of place and unprofessional, really. So stick with 12 or below. You can change the color here to any color that you want, including gold. You can use spacing. So you can use line spacing to space them out to fill in any white space if you have to. And let's talk about text spacing. So what I mean by text spacing is actually how close each letter is to each other. The body wording doesn't have any spacing in it, so the letters sit directly beside each other. But things like the titles, the professional title, and the name are have expanded spacing. So to modify that, you can go to Font, click these arrows, go to Advanced, and you'll see it's expanded by 3 points. If I change it to normal, hit OK, it pushes everything in together. And my personal preference is I don't really like the way it looks, so I've expanded it. And the actual expansion for you is going to be different depending on, I guess, the length of your name. So if your name's longer, you might want to space them closer. If it's shorter, you might want to space them further apart to really fill in the space and give you whatever aesthetic you're looking for. And you know, I think that's pretty much it to get you started. And like, if you come across something you can't fix, just let me know. If you don't care, please take a moment to like and subscribe. That way you can get updates on new products. I'll be making all sorts of things for your job and career moving forward, like financial planners, business creation paperwork, and guides to help you in those ways. And not only that, but it'll help me with the algorithm, help other people find these products, and hopefully help them out in their job search and their career as well. Thank you for your support, and if you have any issues, once again, please feel free to send me a message, and I'll help you out the best I can. I wish you the best of luck in your job hunt and in the rest of your career. Have a great day, and thank you.